So here's the deal. Yesterday's video absolutely popped off and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love you showed. It was honestly such an incredible video. So I just want to put this out there. Last episode we did face cam and it was so well received. So guys, if we smash out 125 likes on today's episode, then I will bring it back next episode, okay? We'll bring back the circle face cam because I know you guys appreciated me actually showing my face for once. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You know what to do. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Char. Welcome back to another episode here on the wonderful Cosmic Skyblock server. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am. I've actually just chugged the whole Red Bull, so if I sound a little bit hyperactive, then, sorry. But seriously, guys, welcome back to another freaking episode. You know how it is. We're having a fantastic day over here. Hope you guys are having a great one, too. So I'm pretty excited for today's episode because I got some stuff to show you and some stuff to do, as always. You know, we never stop here on the Char channel. Well, we just never stop in general, you know, behind the scenes, too. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hyped. So I'm going to get into some stuff today. Okay, so my island alliance, I mean, same thing. My alliance members, my island members, actually, we're getting so fed up with people jumping over this wall that they literally just built, like, glass panes on it. So, I mean, not gonna lie to you guys, if you jump over the wall, they're probably gonna ban you from the island because people were coming around here and like as my island members were trying to go in here, they were jumping in with them and standing in their way, and they were standing in all of our machines, and it was really ticking all my island members off. And I'm not gonna lie, I got banned and everything, and it wasn't pretty, okay? It wasn't pretty. So I don't recommend coming over the wall if you can. I mean, if you can fly, you can obviously get over the wall, but if you can't, then I would just not bother because, I mean, they're getting pretty fed up with it. And I can kind of understand it if people are jumping in their way and stuff, so just respect the wall, respect the privacy on the other side. You guys have all this space out here compared to last season's warp, so I think you should be good. And I am going to go into a little bit of clarity from last episodes as well, just to kind of explain how this zombie grinder obviously spawns as many zombies as it does, because I know some people are a little bit confused as to how we get so many of these guys. So I'm gonna explain that in a little sec. We have a trading area as well. Well, not a trading area, but this is like a /fix space. So, I mean, we have a lot of rank 5s on my island. So, they made this thing where you can come in here, throw your stuff through to them, and get your stuff fixed, and they'll throw it back. And basically what happens is when you step off the pressure plates, the door opens. So, you can go in there and get a /fix in private, which is pretty cool. But yeah, essentially, we have my rank kit, which is great. We're going to open that up. And we actually have my S kit as well. So I'm banking on, I mean, if we can actually get a battle pig out of that, that would be pretty dope. And obviously we want some good enchants off of this. So let's just claim my S kit really quick. All right, let's see if we get any good pieces. Implants isn't bad. Okay, that's all right. Deathbringer and Overload's not bad. That's not bad either. Spiked and anti-sword too. The dodge isn't bad, I don't think. And the sword's a bit, the sword's all right. But, I mean, hey. Like, at the end of the day, we get this S kit so often, and, you know, we get a lot of good pieces, so I think we'll do with that. But let's actually just quickly open up my rank kit. So this is a rank kit 5 level 11 if you haven't seen it before, and we get some spicy loot out of this because of Demonic Realm stuff, which is pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of adventures now, like there's 6 abandoned ruins, there's 2 lost wastelands, and guys, I am hoping to go in here soon. But at the moment, I ain't touching it with a 10-foot barge pole because I don't have the gear to really go in with it. I mean, like, you got to go in with the tippity top of chain gear if you do want to survive. And obviously, iron gear is pretty much recommended. So, we'll go in there at some point. I'm working on my iron set, so bear with me because I need to obviously do that. And enchants are freaking expensive. So, that's the deal there. But let's open this up in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, let's go. 4.35 mil. Okay, the repair scrolls are pretty meh. And we got mystery diamond jet. Okay, this is a pretty bad rank kit, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, well, I think the money was good. In fact, I think that was almost near the max amount of money. Yeah, 5 mil, 4.3 mil, that's not bad. 2 skelly spawners. All right, let's check out this mystery gem. I don't know what it's gonna cost us to reveal that. I don't know if it's the same cost for every gem. What the? 50k to reveal it? Dude, are you kidding me? That's not okay. That's not okay, okay? That's not okay, okay? Dude, haste one is the bane of my existence. I mean, that was an alright. I mean, loot-wise, it was a pretty terrible rank kit, but I mean, hey, the money is alright, and, you know, I'm okay with it, so, that's fine by me, and I may actually even use it to upgrade this boy right here. Yeah, let's do that. Because these need big boy upgrades. They need scan interval upgrades, they need scan area upgrades. They need everything, dude. I mean, this guy, you could do it in a 2x2x2. What's he doing right now? In a 2x, I mean, that's fine. You can only mine 2 anyway. This boy right here is See, the delay, it's the scan delay that's like really bad. But I mean, hey, now these are at least mining 4 between them, and this guy's mining 3, so I'm hoping it'll keep up. But right now, like, we're just getting way more steak than we get coal. So, oh, while I'm here, I'm actually gonna sell this because I may even be able to drop another upgrade on these guys. Nope, never mind. It's not quite like the rotten flesh, dude. The rotten flesh is just insane. Like, I mean, a lot of you guys kind of realized how insane it was last episode. I'm actually gonna sell the flesh. I'm not sure if someone else was AFKing here to get it, but it's mine now. Yoinked it, dude. But look at that, like 1.3 mil from flesh. That's just mental. That's just kind of crazy, honestly, when you think about it. All right, so real quick, here's the deal with the zombie spawner. So our zombie spawner actually spawns zombies in 4 different stacks, and that's why there's like, I mean, 75,000 of them in there. I mean, that, and we always have someone AFK here, so the stack constantly stays alive, which is great. Put spare into the public grinder so we yoink the shards. I love the use of the word yoink there, guys. Congrats, I love it. So we actually have the max amount of stackable spawners in each spawner, so you can stack 10 into one. So obviously there is 30, 60, 90, 120. There's 120 zombie spawners in here, which is insane. But on top of that, the reason these actually spawn in 4 sets of stacks and then obviously stack up as they go in is because of the way the chunks are done. So as you can see, this set of 30s in this chunk, this set of 30s in this chunk, this set of 30s in this chunk, and this set's in this chunk. So essentially, if you want to get the maximum amount of usage out of your spawners, stack them up in separate chunks because they spawn like a stack per chunk. So realistically what's happening is these are spawning some, these are spawning some, these are spawning some, and these are spawning some, and then when they hit into each other's chunks and flow down here, they're stacking up into mad amounts of zombies, which is why we get so many of them. And obviously they always stay here because we have ults basically always standing around. Like, these guys are always here, this guy is always here, and that guy up there is always up there spawning. In fact, there's 2 guys in here right now, but you know, it's kind of wigging me out a little bit, but that's why they're always spawning stuff, guys. If you're wondering why we get so many zombies, that is why we get so many zombies. So obviously, last episode, I was giving away a 100 use flight orb, and I actually got so many comments on that, which was mental. So thank you to all of you who dropped a suggestion for a build, which was what part of the giveaway requirement was, of course. But I do actually just want to like quickly shout out a particular comment that I read on my way up. Reading through them all, there were so many great suggestions, but this comment honestly just really like stood out to me and kind of pulled at my heartstrings a little bit. And this one was from J Dark Hunter, and it said, "I'm not interested in the giveaway. I just like keeping up with your videos, love heart. I'd like to see a demonic tower built, and I'd like to be the one to build it. HMU, if you need another person in the alliance, keep up the good work." Well, we'll have to see on that one, Jay. But I do appreciate the lovely comment, my guy. I think that was just super nice of you to just drop a suggestion and obviously just kind of be like, I'm not interested in the giveaway, I'm just here for the video, dude. So, I mean, shout out to you. So the winner of the Flight Orb giveaway is NoobKid25. And actually, while I was picking this comment, well, I didn't pick this comment, it was a random comment picker, but when I saw this comment picked anyway, I actually really love the idea. So I might actually scrap the idea I had for today's video and do this one instead, because it's actually pretty god tier. So he said, you should do the machines with custom recipes with fermented spider eyes and sugar cookies like Whiskey did. That would be a big payout. And I've seen a lot of people do this on their islands, actually. And it's basically like, you kind of have 5 like custom recipe like crafting bots and chests in a row, and what you do is when you want to do your custom recipes, you just like, you know, dump the ingredients in these chests, and you know, you can carry on doing whatever you were doing. Like, I could go grind the zombies and stuff, and you know, that thing sat there crafting my stuff for me. So I don't actually know if I have any auto crafting bots. I'm not actually gonna lie now I'm saying this. Alright, so I've been recording for about over an hour, and I had an original like 1 or 2 video ideas, and they kind of didn't go to plan, so I've decided to scrap them, and so I have no idea what I was talking about an hour ago, so I really do hope it kind of makes sense anyway. But I'm gonna take the intro from the previous clip, but I'm going to switch up my idea a little bit. So I think I was talking about customizing the warp or something like that, and possibly bringing the code Char sign back, which could be pretty dope. And that is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it back. But with obviously not just that, there's going to be a little bit of a twist to this, obviously, because there is a certain thing we need to do to obviously bring the code Char sign back. Now, if you don't remember, I had this sign, which obviously was up on my island last season, and it said code Char, if you can't tell, based on the fact that that's its name. And essentially, obviously, that was like plugging my creator code and whatnot, which you guys can use in any of the Cosmic stores. Just put it out there. You guys already know that. So yeah, I had that sign, and I have plans to bring it back and put it up in the sky around about here. So when you spawn in, you can see it. And on top of that, once we expand the island, this should be around about the middle of the island is where this kind of space should be, which should work great. So obviously, you know, it's going to be about in the middle of the island, which is dope. But to do that, we need to do a little something. So this code Char sign from last season was built out of concrete, and it actually kind of struck me in a little, I was like, honestly, I sat there for like 10 minutes, right? Like, well, maybe even 15 minutes, sat in dead silence in my recording, and I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do for my video? I don't even have a freaking clue, dude. Like, it's getting late. It's like 5:06 p.m. right now. I mean, I ideally want my video out in like 2.5 hours, which I've still got time, okay? I still have time to do this. But for real, it came to me then. This idea came to me that to build the code shard sign, I need concrete. And I realized I don't have an efficient way to get concrete at the moment. And that reminded me of this beauty here from last season. Now, speaking of, Sways is actually standing right next to this, which is fab. And he actually showed me how to build this little machine. Now, if you don't know what this is a concrete machine. So essentially, if we grab my pickaxe out, what you do is you put your concrete powder in there. You put it in the freaking dispenser there, on the dropper, sorry. And as you're mining, if I actually grab, you need the one, you need the concrete powder type of the one that you're mining in your offhand. So essentially, if I put this concrete powder in my offhand, since we're in 1.12, you can actually right click with your offhand in 1.12 if you didn't know, and you can do that while you're left clicking as well. So you can basically do it at the same time if you want. So this is what, you know, it brings me to this situation here. So essentially, the way this machine works is concrete powder, when placed down, obviously won't do anything. Concrete powder placed next to water will turn into concrete blocks, which is, you know, of this color is obviously a particular black concrete. But yeah, this is actually how this thing works. So essentially, if you put your concrete powder in here, it's going to take it down into the dropper, and what happens is when you place your concrete, or your concrete powder, sorry, it turns into concrete, and when you mine it, this dropper right here spits you out a fresh piece of concrete powder. So basically, if you have a whole heap of concrete powder in here, as you're placing it, with your, obviously with your offhand and mining with your left hand, you can hold down left and right click at the same time and just keep mining your concrete over and over and over and over again. And as you mine it, it's obviously turning into concrete, which is great. Essentially what this thing's doing is just refueling your offhand. So you never run out of concrete to do this with. So you constantly have the concrete there to do it. It's going to keep spitting it back, refueling it, and you could just keep mining and standing here for like however long you want for however much concrete you want. So I actually want to show you guys how to build this thing. As you can see, it's super compact and it's super easy to build. You know, and I actually want to show you exactly what you need, how to build it, and just how freaking easy it is, because I totally had to like remember how to build it, which is why I built it before I'm showing you how to build it, because I had to rebuild it off memory and off some of the like pictures and clips of it I have from previous videos that I did around this thing. But it is super easy to build, so bear with me and I'm going to show you everything you will need to build this wonderful, handy, and efficient little machine right here. Alright guys, so this is basically everything you're going to need to build this thing. As you can see, you're obviously going to need whatever concrete powder you want. I mean, you don't need it to build it, but later down the line, just so you can, I mean, I'm going to just buy this so I can show you how it's going to work, essentially. So you're going to need 3 hoppers, and that's going to cover the 2 hoppers we're going to build down here. The 1 hopper we're going to place under this chest, which is great. You're going to need a dropper and an observer, which is going to cover the observer face in the concrete and the dropper to spit the stuff back out. You're also going to need 2 repeaters, and that actually brings me on to the other thing, is you're going to need 2 pieces of redstone too. So you're going to need your 2 pieces of redstone and your 2 repeaters right there. You're going to need 4 chests, which obviously covers these 2 up here and these 2 down here. You're going to need a water bucket, obviously, for your water here that's going to turn your concrete powder into your concrete. And you're going to need 4 slabs right here. Now, obviously, the block right here is obviously glass, and I've done that for the fact that I want to open the chest. But really, when it comes to building this outer shell with the glass and the quartz, just get some building blocks of your choice. I'm not going to count the exact blocks that you need, but just bear in mind that, I mean, if you want to open that chest, you're either going to need a slab over it, or you're going to want some glass. I do recommend glass. It's the freaking easiest thing you can place. So that's essentially what you're going to need. So I'm just going to buy a stack of quartz and a stack of glass, because I'm not going to count exactly how many blocks this is, but I'm pretty sure a stack is going to cover it. It's going to be more than enough. So let's actually get into building this thing right here. So we're going to start off obviously with our regular building blocks. So what you're gonna need to do is this thing right here is actually, technically you can place this corner block. I mean, it's totally up to you. Like, you could do that if that's what you want, which actually I might do that, you know, fair enough, it works. So what we're going to start with is building just a little 4x4 box just to get ourselves started. So let's obviously just 4 blocks at the back and 4 blocks right there, and that will give us a little 2x2 square in the middle. Now on this furthest right or in this top right corner of our 2x2, we're going to go up by 2 quartz pieces just like that. And that just means that we can pretty much outline this ready for when we want to place our water. Easy peasy, done and dusted. Now what we're going to do is on this right side, we're just going to go up by 2 glass blocks right there. And then we're just going to place, you know, our blocks on top of that. And since we're here, we might as well, you know, go and do our roof really quick. So fill in your roof right here, but leave a block on this left side right here, because that's obviously where our hopper's going to go. So fill in your roof like that. You know, fill in your 2x2 roof at the top, but leave a furthest or a block in this furthest bottom left corner right there. That's just so we can obviously place our hopper, like I said, going down to the dropper and whatnot, and we should be good there. All right, so place obviously some glass there, but do leave a little gap in this little space here, just a little bit 2x1 that you can step into. And while we're here, we're actually going to place our dropper on the left, facing into us, of course. You don't want to face it in, you know, say this direction over here, because it's just going to spit your stuff out over there, and that's not really going to help you, is it? So, I mean, you know, you're going to place it facing us. So we're standing in this little gap here, mining away at our concrete. And I actually forgot to mention this. My bad. Really, really sorry. But what I've actually done, now this isn't necessary, so, I mean, you don't have to use it, but what I've actually done here is place log nodes at the back, because if you don't know this, what you essentially do is, a lot of people know the strat back in the day from cobblestone generators, right? Obviously, you know, building on a Skyblock island, what people used to do was, you know, mine their cobble, say this was their cobble, they'd place a log behind it, so as you're mining your cobble, the log breaks a lot slower than the cobble does. So if you mine through the cobble, you'd never break the block behind it, and we're gonna do that. But the one thing about CosmicSky is, as you can tell, there is an insta-break feature. So if you have insta-break on, you're gonna break through this. But little bit of a hack for you guys: if you actually go on /shop and buy 2 log nodes, these things, regardless if you break them with a pickaxe, essentially it's not going to break it. It's just going to tell you that it needs to be, you know, that it needs to respawn. But obviously in this case, you know, this is pretty much already respawned. So say you're mining through this, if you accidentally somehow, which I can't see how you would, mine through this, then the worst it's going to do is mine it into a wood scrap, and you're not going to have a problem with it whatsoever. The actual base block of it isn't going to disappear, which is fantastic. So we're actually going to mine this up really quick, because to break these log nodes, you actually have to shift while you're mining it. So do bear in mind, if you are like crouching while you're mining your concrete, which I, again, don't see why you would, then essentially, yeah, that's the deal. That's what's going to happen. And I'd actually forgot to mention as well, you can place a quartz block there. That doesn't matter. You just need to place your log nodes at the back like that, so that there is one below in case you accidentally break below there, and one above, which is where your concrete is going to be around about there. Obviously that's going to drop, but yeah, that's the level that that's going to be at. Then what we're going to do really quick is just wrap the glass around the back, because essentially it doesn't really matter what you're doing here. You're all good to go apart from that block there. And I think we can actually place one there. So make sure you leave yourself a little bit of a gap for these 3 blocks on the left, and you will be absolutely fine. So speaking of these 3 blocks in fact, no, you don't have any color. Am I good? Am I good? Can Char actually understand what she's doing? Probably not, but dude, just leave yourself a 2 block gap here on your left side glass, because what you're going to need to do is place your observer the wrong way around, apparently. Place your observer so that it's scanning forward right here and sending the redstone output into the back right here, because this is where we're going to utilize our beautiful 4 slabs. And don't worry, I will get around to the chest in a minute. We don't need to worry about that yet, because we can obviously just take that block out at any point. And what you're going to do is place your 4 slabs at the back behind both your dropper and your observer right there. And what we're going to do is, going from the observer outwards, are going to place a repeater going this way, a piece of redstone, another piece of redstone, and then a repeater going into the dropper. So what this means is, when a block is placed there, the observer scans it, and as you can see, sends a redstone tick out into the dropper, which means that whatever is in the dropper is gonna spit out, which is perfect, because that's how we're gonna want to get our concrete powder to keep refueling our offhand, like I was talking about. So next thing is the freaking chest. So this is the chest at the bottom. You're gonna basically want to have a hopper going down and then a hopper going to the left. So I recommend placing the chest first to make this easier. So you're going to want your chest on this block right here on your left side of your 4x4 that I was on about, and then have it sticking out by one, like so, like I have on this side, so that one block of the chest is sticking out under the repeater that's coming out of the observer right there. And then, like I said, with these hoppers, you're going to want to shift and obviously have your hopper going into this chest on the left, and then have a hopper going into this hopper below. So easy freaking peasy. So anything basically, if you have a full inventory that drops, say you have some of your, your fresh concrete, it's dropped, it's going to spit out and it will be collected and you'll 100% get it. So if you're standing there mining for a while, your inventory gets packed and you don't want to stop mining, then, all your collection stuff's going to go in there. So this is what we're going to do with the water block. We're just going to place our water block like so on that tall piece of little quartz tower that I was talking about building before. So this means that now when we place our concrete powder, boom, we got concrete. And like I said about this would tick out a concrete powder piece. Now this is where this comes into play. We have our last hopper and our 2 chests. You're going to place a hopper going into the dropper here and place the chests on top of this. So this is what this means. Basically, we can place our half a stack of concrete powder or whatever. You can place any amount of concrete powder in your inventory, but I recommend placing at least 4 pieces because you may mine faster, and then this can restock by the dropper. So to make sure that you never really have a problem with that, I recommend placing at least 16 or more, or at least like 5 pieces or more. Otherwise, obviously, if this falls out, then you can't hold down left and right click. You'll have to keep putting the concrete powder in your offhand, and it'll get really freaking annoying, so you don't want to do it. Now what we're going to do is place our concrete powder into this chest. What this means is that if you basically fill this dropper with concrete powder, which is what I'm going to do, really, really fast, because obviously this is the most efficient way to keep it going. Just chuck in your concrete powder real quick. Easy peasy done it. And what this means, if you place your concrete powder up in the chest, because the dropper only has 9 stacks of slots available, so you may want to take like a whole inventory of concrete powder. You can put it in the chest and the chest will just keep refilling the dropper. So you can literally have all these stacks of concrete constantly filling the 9 stacks in here, so you're good to go right there. So this is actually the machine, funnily enough. That's literally it. That's how easy it is to build this thing. So now if I'm holding my concrete powder in my offhand and I'm holding down my left click to mine, and you hold them down at the same time, place concrete powder, break it, and now hold them down at the same time, left and right click, boom, easy. That is literally it. That is how you build a freaking concrete machine, guys. And now we're just going to keep mining our concrete over and over and over again, which is great. So we can just stand here for as long as we want, and like I said, this is spitting out our fresh concrete powder and it's filling up my offhand as I go. Bear in mind, you may mine so quick sometimes that you actually overstack your offhand and it goes into your inventory like this, but realistically, who cares? You can just put it back in the dropper, or is half however much is in your offhand. It's not really going to be a problem. I don't think you're really going to care about it, because at the end of the day you can just keep mining this for as long as you want. So there you go. That's literally it. That's how easy it is to build a concrete machine. The freaking easiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've literally stood there for how many seconds with you guys just then and already got a stack of concrete. It is so much easier than having to do this. Okay, this is what everybody usually does. If you don't build one of these machines, this is what you're going to end up doing, right? So say I'm gonna just build like a little thing real quick. Most people end up having to do this, right? You place your concrete powder in the box, and then you box it in like so. Most people do this, pour it over it, and then you get your concrete. But how long-winded and annoying is that? So much breaking and placing of concrete. No one wants, even with the Insta-break, no one wants to be doing that when you could just stand here for a few seconds and literally just hold down left and right click. I mean, it's that simple, and it's so easy to build. Sure, it's a little bit of money because hoppers are like 25k a piece, but you don't even have to have this chest below if you want to save money. You don't even have to do this. You could quite easily just place, probably a piece of quartz under there, and essentially be doing the same thing if I did this, boom. It doesn't matter. The hopper's literally just there for the convenience sake of if you have a full inventory. So don't stress about it if you can't afford it. Just make sure that you can afford these kind of pieces here. And so obviously do that. Even still, you don't even need this hopper with the chest above, but it obviously just means that you've assured got as many stacks as you want on the go. Super, super easy. And that's literally it, guys. That's how you build a freaking concrete machine. In a 4x4 kind of gap. Maybe out to a little bit by this, but that is it. Super compact, super easy to do. We have 2 on the go, and you could have 1 or 2 of you constantly standing here side by side mining your concrete over and over again, and then you can just build. Now, I don't actually think I'm going to build the code Char today. or the code shard sign today, sorry. I think I might leave it till the next episode because I've actually been recording so long, dude. I've been recording for so long, okay? I've been here for like an hour and a half recording now. My brain hurts. I want to edit this video and get it out to you guys, so I may actually build it on stream later tonight because hopefully, I think I may have mentioned this in the beginning, but by the time this video comes out, I'm hoping to be live on Twitch. That is the plan. And I do want to do a bunch of stuff on Twitch, like build my auto farm, spruce up my warp, and probably show a bunch of people this concrete machine and build the code shard sign. So that's the plan. But guys, I hope this video has helped you out. I hope this has helped you out if you want to work on getting a bunch of concrete and doing a load of pretty building with it, because I'm not gonna lie, concrete is such a lovely block. And obviously with this being 1.12 and above and whatnot, well, technically it's below as well, but if you want to obviously use any of the concrete, you can buy all the powder on the shop. It's not that bad actually. It's like, what, $640 a stack? Well, no, $6,400 a stack. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's kind of expensive, but like, it's not too bad. I mean, if you got the zombie rotten flesh thing going on, then it's easy peasy. In fact, has someone actually been in here? Okay, yo, I'm stealing it. I have 4K. Okay, I have 4K money. I hope everybody understands. I want my mill. That's so freaking easy, dude. But guys, if you have enjoyed, if this little tutorial right here has helped you out, then smash a big fat like on the video. It would mean so much to me, and there's actually been so many of you guys subbing to the channel recently. I just want to say hello if you're new to the channel. I don't know why I sound really American then, but if you're new to the channel, then obviously consider smashing a like and sticking with us, hopefully. And I do hope you enjoy my videos. I may be a little bit annoying at first. Well, I might just be annoying forever, but you know, I hope you stick around. I would really appreciate that. But guys, thanks so much for watching, like I said, and I'll see you in the next freaking episode of the beautiful Cosmic Sky server. Bye guys!